Jesse found out everything that was going on in the government, did not like it, and was very outspoken about what this country's doing wrong.
Had a show, Conspiracy Theories.
Which I loved. I didn't know that we were shipping all of our fresh water to China.
Can I be honest? I did not know really that Jesse, I was going to say Jesse Jackson, Jesse Ventura was into this conspiracy stuff. I just knew him kind of as the governor and the W. Yeah. And then I started reading. I'm like, whoa, he's really
on his show
into it. Like, he believes there are so many things going on that we're not aware of.
I mean, the man's...
One of the shows was about the FEMA camps. And they pulled that one, so that one was never ever seen again.
Yeah,
but
FEMA camps with coffins. Oh my God, yeah.
Very frequenter to the Obie and Lil Shawn morning show. We got to catch up with Mr. Jesse Ventura again.
Hi, nice to talk to you again.
Thank you, likewise.
Yeah,
it's always nice to talk to people who are awake in this world.
Well, sometimes I start to think I'm too awake.
Yeah, really.
I hear that.
So, Jesse, how have you been? First and foremost, how are you? How's your health? How's family?
I'm doing great. I couldn't be better. I live, of course, 7 months of the year up in Minnesota, and I live 5 months of the year in the winter, which I'm not a winter person, down in the Baja California.
Well, we appreciate you taking the time to be on the show. It was a pleasure watching you when you were a championship wrestler, and then to see you become governor, and then to watch you on TV on Conspiracy Theory, and to hear your side on what's really going on with government. How are your feelings with the way everything's going, the country and its direction?
Well, first of all, let's go back to George Bush and Dick Cheney. They're the ones that caused all the problems, because anything economical takes about 3 or 4 years before it hits. It's a trickle-down effect. So, the bad economy, and if you remember, Bush did the first bailout. Now, having put the proper blame on them, let's move forward. Obama, I'm very disappointed because he never fulfilled any of his promises, and I really can't tell any difference between him and George Bush except by the color of their skin.
Jesse, what's interesting is that some would say that the president really doesn't have any power, that he's just a puppet and there's darker forces that need to get their agenda pushed through.
Well, that's what the essence of my book, The Democrats and the Republicans, No Games.
Which, by the way, we have got to give you major kudos for the title of that book.
Well, thank you. But, I if you look at it, okay, the Crips colors, the street gang, is blue. What's a blue state? That's a Democratic state. The Bloods are naturally red. What's a red state? A Republican state.
Oh, my God.
They even steal the gang's colors and proudly wear them. But, no, it doesn't matter who you elect, because these two parties have built a system based completely upon bribery. If you bribe them, you get what you want. Now, with our illustrious Supreme Court stating that corporations have the same rights as individuals and that money is free speech, the money's coming in by the boatloads, and they don't even have to tell us who's paying them. Now, I've got a good solution for that one. You know how we could solve that?
Go ahead.
Every presidential candidate, Senate candidate, and congressional candidate from these two gangs or parties should be required to wear NASCAR racing suits.
With all the
that way, well, when you look at the great Jimmy Johnson, the NASCAR racer, when he stands up there, you can read all his sponsors. Well, then we'll know who owns them, and we can be informed voters then. Man. Even more important, getting back to the gang thing here. Their first allegiance is to the gang, just like the street gang. A Democrat or Republican's first allegiance is to their party.
Right.
Not the people. Their second allegiance is to the money and the people that produce the money to them. The same as a street gang. We might be third or fourth on the list, the general public.
Man, again, we're on with Jesse Ventura, former governor and former WWF champion. And what would you say? What would your last words be to everybody out there who's getting ready and geared up for next month's election?
We can save ourselves, It's in our power. We still have the power to vote. So I urge people, stop. If you read this book, and I challenge any Democrat or Republican to read it, and if they still vote for a Democrat or Republican, then they're the problem, not the solution. Don't vote for a Democrat or Republican. You're wasting your vote, because nothing is going to change as long as you continue to elect them.
Jesse, why don't you run for president?
So weird.
Well, I'll tell you, a lot of people say that to me, and I'm honored and humbled by it. But you got to remember something. I like my freedom, and the president, even though he stands for freedom, he personally has none.
Yeah.
Wow, yeah.
And also, but look at how quick they age. I'm 60 years old already. I don't want to age any faster than I have to.
Yeah, but we need to see you as the next presidential face on Mount Rushmore.
Oh, I don't think so. You might see me down on a surfboard in Mexico.
Okay.
Good times,
Good
man.
times catching up with
That's
Jesse Ventura. It's
interesting
good
stuff.
getting every side of everything. You know, we had the president on with the Obie and Lil Shawn morning show not too long ago, a couple of weeks ago. Jesse Ventura on right now.
We hit all angles, man. We're good with that. If you want to catch
have
up
to
with the
educate
whole
yourself
interview, I
regardless.
mean, we talked about everything with Jesse Ventura. Go to power953.com and look for the Obie and Little Shawn Show link.
And the Ooh No They Didn't song of the day is on the way.
What's on your mind, kid? Make it fast.
I'd like to work here at Jim.